What is going on, guys? Madden 24 again. Now, we are going to be playing a game, but I'm going to be taking my time with this one because we're going to be analyzing the artificial intelligence in this game because there has been some issues over the years with, some of the way they critique. People have critiqued the the AI in this game, like how the defense responds and stuff like that. Somebody brought up a point where they were talking about how defensive players get interceptions without even looking at the ball, and they know where the ball is at and things like that. I know that that has definitely been the case in some Madden games. As I'm here trying to figure out who I'm going to be, I'm going to be this team. I'm not great at this game, so we are going to use the Bengals now. Since Bengals are a better team than the Green Bay Packers, now I'm going to make sure this is on all Madden because I always play on all Madden, but I believe you can only do a proper judgment on a game, and that's on all Madden. I'm just basically proving that it's on all Madden because, say, as you can see, all Madden, you can't change it once you get here. I just wanted to show that because people sometimes in the comments say he's not on all Madden. That's why this, that, and the third. I'm always on all Madden, okay? Because to me, that is the only way you can make a proper, fair assessment or evaluation on the artificial intelligence, because I think the artificial intelligence is a little bit different on different difficulties, is what I believe anyway. But we're going to be like rewinding, looking at logic, looking at blocking, looking at all that stuff, just to see if people are telling the truth. You know, the ranters out there saying this, that, and that ain't, they're doing this and they're doing too much of that. We're going to see what's up with that, all right? So, yeah, we're going to see if it's improved. And just when I thought they did an excellent job with the way the characters look, they've gotten even better. Okay, so this is user controlled. I could probably do a video like this with CP users too. As you can see, that was kind of flawless, no problems. It looks like this sideline has actual players and not your generics. And I'm not focusing too much on strategy, a little bit, but I'm not paying too. I'm really just focusing on the artificial intelligence. And as you can see, he overthrew that placement pass there. That was an open receiver, by the way. He should have been able to make that completion. They do that in this game, I notice. Quarterbacks that are not of the highest ratings make those mistakes, and he made a good throw right there. Is that a Hakeem? No, that's Wicks. I'm not sure who that. Okay, now I'm going to show a replay here because we want to look at the blocking to see how good the artificial intelligence blocking is. Okay, so let's take a look at our front linemen. See if anybody's blowing any assignments, because you see that a lot in these Madden games, okay? See if everybody's using proper logic. Okay, let's see. Let's see what kind of flaws we can see in the defense. You know, as you can see, let's take a look here. Now, here's something here. Okay, no, I thought they were all blocking one guy, but there's two. Once he came off of 50 was blocking what number is he? 50 was blocking 94. Okay, he came off of 50, and then 50 turned around and picked up another person, which was very good because he had him beat. Would it make sense for him to follow up on that? Because he was initially blocking this guy. 81 was helping. Once 81 picked him up, it almost looks like he doesn't even realize the guy came off of him. And then he picks up another guy. So the blocking is definitely way improved from the AI standpoint. Because believe me, Madden has had some years where the blocking AI assignments were just absolutely hideously bad, to the point where it's just frustrating. And that is something that I've been keeping a close eye on in this one here. And this game looks excellent, man. I'm telling you. I'm not saying the game overall is excellent, but it just looks really good. Some people say the developers are lazy, not changing nothing. That's not true. They're changing stuff. Oh my goodness, that was user, and I blew that one. I knew it was going to him, and I reacted too quick. That was not the artificial intelligence that blew that coverage. That was me, the user, because I make a lot of user mistakes on defense. To be completely honest with you, I react too quick at times. And that right there was horrible. I don't believe Jordan Love or anybody would blow that one. I think your third or fourth string quarterback is not going to blow that. You see, I notice a lot of quarterbacks that are less than elite, like they even had Mac. Look at that. Nobody's blowing that pass, man. Nobody's blowing that pass. Nobody's blowing that pass. Even though it's the CPU, it's my opponent doing it. I'm not going to be biased and act like this is not an issue, because you do see a little bit too much of this. It's okay on occasion, but look at that. There is nobody in the world over there, man. I mean, if he wanted to call one of his teammates, he would have to dial long distance. I mean, nobody even sees him. That's how far he is. But anyway, he's lonely out over there. Nobody's blowing that one. I'm just telling you that right there. Nobody's blowing that pass. I could see if Jordan Love was... Now, he did rush the throw, but he was not getting hit. That was not enough pressure for him to blow that one. You see a little bit too much of thatness from the CPU. In the past, and I did videos in the past where my quarterback would blow those, and it wasn't last year. Last year, you got the placement accuracy thing. So you could blame it on that, and he's wide open. It almost seems like the more open they are, the more mistakes they make with the passers, with the CPU, because the two passes that he completed, there was a little bit of coverage there. Yes, the guy was open, but the plays where they're wide open, those are the ones where you mess up. It seems weird that that's the case. It almost makes you wonder, should I just leave guys wide open? Which I'm not going to do that, okay? Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to say, let's leave him 100% wide open. So they got an easy score on us. I'm calling that easy. And it was good. I'm not going to, I have no complaints about that play that just happened. So now we're going to get the ball. I really should do a video like this with CPUs. As you can see, the run backs look a little bit better in this, as far as because I've always felt like I had no shot at running anything back. I've never ran in back a kick or punt return, but the way it is, I feel like I have a chance to, because I get past people a lot more. I just don't quite make it. They're not going to make it easy, and they shouldn't, because what you don't want is a whole bunch of run backs, because that would absolutely not be realistic. Like access football or something like that. Now, here's a good running play. We should be able to get a decent amount of yardage because of the formation that we're in. And he came off that block fairly easy, so he stopped me. Let's take a look at that again. I want to look at that one more time, because he came off 64, just didn't really... Did he just get outplayed, or was the effort bad? Now, for me, he should have been foot stepping to the left, 64, but he was stationary. He didn't even move. He just kind of pushed him, and it was easy to get by him. In past Madden games, you would see, 64, you might see him stand up and not even block. He'll just stand up and act like he's going to block and let the guy walk around him. At least they made an effort to make it look like he tried, but to me, personally, that effort is very poor. He didn't even move his feet. I mean, come on. You're not going to do that. You have to, your blocker has to shift a little bit to the left in that situation. So that is not good, but it's not completely flawed. It's not completely flawed. It's not awful. It's not horrendously bad, but for the most part, at least everybody's picking up blocks. So far with this game, I don't see guys just not blocking at all. I don't see that. I've seen that in Madden games where his previous Madden games where guys would just, for no reason at all, they just stand up and just refuse to block. There's no logical explanation for it. They're just standing there like they want to block, but they're not picking up blocks. Okay, so here we go. That was a horrible decision because there was no gain there. My play calling is not the greatest right now. I'm basically just analyzing your artificial intelligence is what I'm doing. That's where my focus is right now. That was an excellent play. I knew he'd be open before I even ran the play. Now, one thing I noticed is accurate quarterbacks, it's easier to make those throws like high-rated quarterbacks when it comes to the pass meter, because the higher rated the quarterback is, I noticed, the less you have to focus on your pass meter. Now, you definitely have to pay attention to it. No question about that. But the better the quarterback is, the less focus. Like, if I have a low-rated quarterback, like somebody who's not that good, I would have to focus really hard on it. And he fumbled. You want to make sure you cover the football on those. And I didn't do it, so he fumbled the ball. Fumbles are, they punish you for making those bad choices in this. Running with the football, there's a lot of fumbles on quarterback runs in these Madden games. I noticed, especially the previous ones. Some might even say a little too much, but I think they're just punishing you for making, they're trying to make the game challenging by not making it too easy to run with the quarterback. Oh, my goodness. And I didn't have enough time in the pocket. I was looking down the field at a receiver trying to... Now, let's analyze that play. I'm going to analyze that one and see what the blocking was like. Just to make sure he didn't get in easy because of a missed block. Let's see. Who got in? He got in. Okay, so let's take a look at 65 here. Who is he supposed to pick up? Let's go back to when the ball snapped. Okay, nobody picked up 93. That is a little bit ridiculous. Okay, here we go. I don't know his blocking assignment, but that was awful. That was absolutely horrible. I don't know if you can justify that. I'm going to say you can't justify it. I can understand 64, but when you have a lineman coming, you have two linemen right here. None of them block anybody. 64 is running out there. That's really bad, okay? I can tell you right now, that was horrible. Because what would you expect to happen in that situation? Of course, he's going to sack the quarterback when nobody's blocking him. I mean, that is the obvious thing that's going to happen. So, for me personally, that was horrible. That was just absolutely hideous, okay? So, anyway, let's go back to it. Let me take a closer look at that play again. Let's go to recent plays because I want to look at it. Okay. Now, when you look at the play I select, it's the halfback slip screen. Okay. Look at the linemen. They are supposed to run that way because that play is designed for me to throw to the halfback. So we're going to run it again. No, we're not. We're not running it again. We're not running again because it's third long. But those blocking assignments are pretty justified because I don't know about that middle guy. That didn't look justifiable to me, but the number 64 was in the right. 65, I'm not sure. I guess they were all supposed to shift that way. That play was majorly designed to go that direction. Ooh, that was almost caught. I probably should have. Sometimes the lob passes are way too slow. They usually only work if you have a whole bunch of open space. So I kind of blew that one. But I will tell you, the blockers and stuff, it's way better than it has been for, like, if you go back to Madden 21, 22, you've seen some horrible some horrible missed blocks in previous Madden games before that as well. So Jordan Love coming back out here. And again, I'm not focusing heavy on like strategy and how to win. I'm focusing more on CPU AI and just blown blocked assignments, unnecessary stuff that just flaw the game is what I'm looking for. Things that are just really poor in logic, like flaws that might be in the game. Because I can tell you, there's ranters that are saying the developers are lazy and they're not putting nothing into this game. I don't agree with that. I'm definitely seeing changes. And he handed it off. Got an easy first down there. And I also want to see defensive player reactions. Like once a guy gets a ball, once a ball's thrown, compare. We're going to look at a passing play and we're going to look at defensive players, their awareness of the ball and if there's anybody reacting to it that didn't even see the ball being thrown, things like that. Because supposedly, from what I'm hearing, they made some real big improvements on that. And I was almost sure that was going to be a play action, but it wasn't. I've played a few games. I'm not seeing a lot of flags being thrown in this. I think flags are thrown more in franchise mode. That's just what I don't know about Madden 24. I haven't played franchise mode. I'm not going to start a franchise until they update the real roster for the real season after the preseason is done and players make the proper cuts, or teams, I should say, cut the players and get the final roster. Then I'm going to do my franchise mode, but until then, I'm just going to do like quick play exhibition and kind of judge the game based on that. And as you can see, they're going to score on us because the blocking was very good. Nobody blew any block assignments. At least I don't think so. Okay, so we know they blocked well. So what about us? Did we make any bad choices artificially? Let's take a look. Okay, so there might have been a little bit of a hesitation right here. Let's see, 97. He's pushing off a 75. I would say that's a flaw. There was like a slight, weird, unnecessary pause by him where it almost looks like he's kneeling down for the snap or something. That's what it almost looks like. That is definitely a flaw. It's nothing horrendous. It's nothing horribly bad. But if you look at it in real time, you can still see the flaw where he just does this unnecessary squat, which didn't make any sense. What really should have happened is, right after he came off of that, he should have turned his head and seen that guy. Because the guy with the football is right in front of him, right? He sees that. But for some reason, he does this weird second. And you might say, well, that's just a second. That's all it takes, man. Less than 1 second would have made the world of a difference. If he would have paid attention and came in, and that was not somebody that was user controlling, and then he runs in toward the quarterback. He's still running toward the quarterback, even though he clearly has his head turned and sees who has the football. So that right there is kind of senseless. There's what is he doing? It looks like he wants to block the quarterback. That doesn't make any sense because your team doesn't have the ball. Why would you want to block anybody? He didn't block the quarterback, but it looked like he wanted to. So that's definitely an AI problem right there. So, you're not going to get a perfect experience with this stuff, and I'm not going to rant over something like that, but I will tell you that's not really a good thing. Let's take a look at this here, okay? So, wait a minute, hold on. I want to take a look at that blocking where the guys fell over. Let's take a look here. So, as you can see, what number is he? 63 pushes 47, and 47 falls. But then number 20 is over there, and 47 is running into him. So that's messing his ability up to get a tackle. That right there was flawless to me. I don't have an issue with that. First, I thought number 20 was just blowing the assignment and not trying to tackle him, but I can see it now. Now, you might be able to say he still should have been able to put his left arm up and grab him. I guess you could probably say that. But it's nothing horrendous. It's something, it's a little thing. Okay, so now Dylan's running down the field. As you can see, he picks up that block, and that was the biggest key. Now, he ended up blocking both of them. Now, to me, number 29 should have ran around. To me, when he's seen 63 coming up, to me, 29 should have came out here and ran around. I think in real life, that's what you would see. He would probably try to come out here to cut him off. That's what I'm thinking. And of course, we're going to be doing some serious nitpicking in this video. We're going to be doing some serious nitpicking because I want to look at every little flaw that we can find. Again, so far, I don't see anything horrendously horrible. I'm seeing small little AI because it didn't make sense for him to run into that defensive player. He obviously, like right there, he should have seen that he wasn't going to get to him, and he should have ran out to the right there and tried to cut him off, but he didn't. So 28 is going to get a very easy touchdown. So we had some flaws on that one, and we're going to continue to look at that stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to play this whole game out because if I did that, stopping, as much as I stopped, it would take a lifetime to, do this video. We're even going to take a close look at this kick return. We're going to make him run it. I want to touch back it, but I just want to look at some AI stuff here. Nothing really happened there. I don't know if there's really anything to watch there.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here down.
So now we got a different quarterback in. Is Carson Palmer injured? Oh, I think this is preseason maybe. Let me see what's going on here. Are they specifically doing preseason? Let me see. Oh, I think they are. I think they're doing preseason because I played a preseason game. A play now game, which is preseason based. So looks like they're doing that. That was nice right there. And the pass meter is a lot smoother. We already got a guy injured here. So he's got to come out, To me, that didn't look like that should have been an injury, but let's take a look at that play again. I don't even know who my quarterback is. Who is it? Somebody I'm not really familiar with. Okay, so let's take a look at I'm looking at the blocking. That's one thing I'm heavily focused on. Now, this was really good right here. Number 90 on defense, he realized that he was being beat on blocks. So he said, look, I'm not going to be able to get past 79. So I'm just going to come the other way because I don't want that quarterback getting too much time in that pocket. So I'm going to fight my way and make sure I get to him. And that's what he did. He went around. That was really, really good artificial intelligence right there. Because I think in some previous Madden games, he would have just kept wrestling with him. And you can't do that in real life because your goal is to make it where that quarterback just doesn't have time back there. So he said, whatever I got to do to get there, I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to be able to get through the left side. So I can't get off of this blocker. So I'm just going to push him off and come in through this hole right here because there's an easy hole there for me to get to the quarterback. So I'm just going to take advantage of that and rush him. And he doesn't do the unnecessary late hit that you would see last year. You saw a lot of late hit flags. He's seen that the quarterback got rid of the ball, and that's when he decided, okay, I'm not going to hit him because I don't want that flag. So you see some really good intelligence sometimes. That right there was excellent AI right there. I liked it. That was very, very good stuff there. Okay, so we've seen some we've seen some bad stuff. We've seen some good stuff. Let's take a look at a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and run a running play here. And I'm not doing very well with the run, okay? He's not happy. And we got another injury. This game seems very injury heavy, man. And I guess I shouldn't be complaining about that, but let's take a look here. I don't understand that running play because why would 73... Oh, okay, I get it. That's a linebacker. There's nobody that actually has him blocked from the standpoint of an assignment. So, I mean, I don't see nothing too wrong there. The worst thing about that play was the play call itself. The fact that I called that was not very good. I could tell you that right there. So it's 2nd and 9. Let's take a look here. Ran a pretty good play. The pass meter thing is very it's a lot smoother than it has been in previous games. So we got 3rd and 1 here. And I'm not a huge advocate for the running game. I like the pass, but we're going to run just because it's 3rd and 1. Now, we should be able to get this. Looking at these blockers, they should not be able to stop us. And they wasn't. I probably could have did a little better than that, though. There was just a little bit too much of a hesitation, but it would be absolutely horrendous if I would have blew that just based on the let's take a look at it again. Let's take a look at the blocks here. Okay. The blocking looks good. I don't see any flaws, really. 61 got, it would be nice to see him not let off of that blocker. But it looks like he kind of let him go. And you know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing sometimes offensive linemen don't shift their feet and move. Because I don't see why he wouldn't be able to shift to the right to control that guy. I'm seeing a lot of linemen stay in one spot and not move around with the defender because you're allowed to do that. You're not going to get a holding call. This right here looks good, even though 74 is not really doing a lot of moving around. But that's one thing I'm noticing. And as you can see, they were double blocking him at first. 62 came off of him, and then he, it would be nice to see. And then he was going to pick up a guy out here. Not bad. The problem I see is number 61 not moving with his defender. I'm seeing a lot of that in this. Notice how his feet are just kind of going up and down. He's not shifting. Why is he not moving to the right in an effort to control that, that defensive lineman? So that's kind of a flaw there. That's something, And there's always going to be flaws. This is nothing you rant and go nuts over. It's not. I mean, I haven't seen anything rant worthy, like something where I'm just going to slam the controller and say this game is garbage. I haven't seen nothing like that. I'm not really. That's a horrible play call, by the way. I'm going to call this here. I want to see if my square can't get open. And he is going to get open. But that was a horrible accuracy, but he still made the catch. That was nice. Notice how my accuracy was off? Now, I'm going to show you that play again because there was a key on that play. Look at the way he threw it. Now, I'm going to show you something. Notice how my the accuracy on my throw was orange. That's because I made a bad throw on my accuracy. Now I'm going to show you how that affected the throw. Okay, since I didn't do well on my accuracy meter, the ball was not accurate. That's why he had to run in. Okay, if it was a well-thrown accuracy ball, he would probably be able to go in stride and keep walking to the left, and he would make a fairly good open catch. But since I screwed up on my accuracy, now what I like is just because I made a bad accurate throw, that didn't disqualify me from being able to make the catch. It didn't. It just made the receiver have to adjust. Okay, my quarterback did not make a good throw. Okay, so I'm going to have to come in, and he didn't get hit on the throw. He was about to get hit. Now, to me, that throw was not deep enough for him to throw it with that animation. He's throwing it like he's throwing a 70-yard Hail Mary, But I think they automatically throw it like that when they have a pass rusher. I don't really know what the deal with that is, or maybe if you don't pass it correctly with the pass meter. Now, what I do like is 25, okay. By the time he realizes the ball's in the air, he's not close enough to get an interception or something. I'm going to show you something. Okay, he's over here. Let me see where his head is facing. Okay, 25 is kind of looking at the quarterback right now. Both of them are, right? But he realized the quarterback threw it, so he's turning around to try to get to it. But he's not in position to make a play. In some previous Madden games, he would have a chance at a pick. But this one is, to me, that was a very good play. I mean, because the pass meter, I messed up on it, and so the pass was off. But that's why the receiver had to cut back inside instead of keep walking in stride. I was lucky that there was not a defender in that area to pick it off, because if there was, I would have probably gotten an interception. But that was a very, very good play for so many reasons. So that right there, very good. I love what I see there. So let's see if we can't get another open receiver. I don't. Okay. And I was hit on the throw there. That dagger is money against CPU. Okay, so it's 2nd and 10. I'm debating if I should do a running play. Looks like our coach doesn't really want us to. I don't think I should be running play action. The play action works better when you are doing well with the running, and we're not. So the Bengals do well with the run, but I'm saying I'm personally not doing well with the run. Okay, so here we go. Look at that. I like that. That was nice. I like how that receiver, you see the way he picked up that block? Once he realized I was running, that was really good that was good AI right there. That was good AI. There's previous man games where that would never happened. Okay, so let's take a look. I decided to run. The quarterback run is a lot easier in this when you take off. And as you can see, he's waiting for me. I don't know. You can make an argument that number 90? Number 50? Number 90? You can make the argument that as soon as he seen that I had an open, because he has nobody to pick up defensively. But the minute I go past that line of scrimmage, he goes after me, which is a good thing. But notice how look at this here, man. Look at this wide receiver. Watch this. This is very good right here. Look, watch. Okay, so the wide receiver, he doesn't know what I'm going to do. He's still trying to get open. He's trying to make a play, okay? He sees that I'm past. Once he sees that I'm running, he immediately he turns around and blocks that defensive back. That is very good. There are previous Madden games where he would have just continued with his animation for his route, and he would have been just absolutely oblivious to what my quarterback is doing, but he realizes the quarterback is running with the ball. So I got to block this guy so that my guy can get more yards, and that's exactly what he does. 90 reacts. The only flaw in this, you might be able to say, well, 90 has nobody to pick up back there. So why doesn't he just storm to the quarterback? That's a good argument, because he doesn't go after me and try to go past the line of scrimmage and run. But for the most part, that was an excellent play from the standpoint of artificial intelligence. So I'm seeing a lot of improvements in this game just based on what we're looking at right here. We're going to look at a little more. We're not going to do no hour-long video or whatever. We're just going to do a little bit more here. That was very risky, man. Very risky. It was in tight coverage. Let me take a look at that one more time, okay? And we're going to finish this drive. We're going to end the game, because I think I did a lot of, oh my goodness, that was super dangerous. Let's see if he should have picked that off. No, look at that. Notice how they didn't morph that interception into his hand. There are previous Madden games where that would have went right into that defender's hand, but because my offensive receiver was there to bump him, there was no way anyone was catching that football, because I can't catch it, because, look, number 34 is right there to knock it away. He certainly is not going to snatch it with one hand, because that would be a little bit ridiculous. That was a very good animation, a very good, reasonable play. It made really good sense. I like it. Again, a lot of improvements here in this game, man. I don't think you can argue that. I think you can argue, you can say that you don't like the game, but you can't say they're not improving anything. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to audible into a run. And I should not have been able to get blown up like that. That was ridiculous. So now I have no choice but to look at that defensive player. I want to see how he got in so easy, because that was not right to me. In my opinion, that was not right. There's no way he should have got in that easy. Let's take a look. Let's see where he's at. Okay. 74 is blocking him. Maybe, I don't know. That was a poor effort. Again, I'm linemen are not shifting their feet correctly to the direction. Again, I'm seeing an issue where linemen don't want to move around. They want to stand in one spot. That's where your issue was there. Because otherwise, he could have gotten a very good run. Because without that, he would have made it to at least here. He would have met that guy, maybe break that tackle, spin off of him. So, I'm seeing issues with the linemen right now, standing in one position, not wanting to do anything for whatever reason that is. I don't know what their reason is. They got 6 DBs, man. And my accuracy was awful on that one. And they punished me for it. Nothing wrong there. It was a horrible throw, but it's because of the pass meter. And we're losing 14-0. We're going to go ahead and kick a field goal. Now, again, I'm not focusing too much on winning and losing. I'm not methodically choosing plays. I'm just focusing on artificial intelligence. We're going to end the video right there. We got a lot there. There's a lot to uncover there. So you be the judge, What do you think of what's going on in this game? Me personally, I see a lot of improvements from the last 2-3 years of Madden, games. But we're going to end it right there. There was a lot to look at there, and there probably could have been more. But anyway, that's our video for today. Give me your opinion in the comments. Do you think my commentary on what's going on is reasonable? Do you think there's more stuff that I missed that I should have talked about? Do you think I'm wrong when I say some of this stuff is improved? Do you think I'm right? Where do you... I welcome all comments. Disagree. If you think this video is trash, say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a sensitive content creator that's like, oh, I'm going to delete your comments. I'm going to, tell you off if you disagree with me. I'm not going to do that. Everything's welcome here.